You're locked in with the Innovators. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell.
The first thing I really want to get into with you is like your relationship with Messy Marv. You feel me? I know y'all got a record on My Motivation, which I know the fans was happy to see that. And you just talked about, like, you feel me, you know Mess for a long time. You feel me? I feel like Mess is somebody that gets a lot of people describe him on two sides of the fence. You feel me? What is your relationship with Messy Marv? And I know you've been a big advocate of telling people to stop bashing Messy Marv's name. You feel me? But what is your relationship? How did y'all meet? And like, why do you feel like the way you feel?
My thoughts on Mess is, I got love for Mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know both sides of the mess. I know both of the, I understand when I went to the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things happened. A lot of people who I've had relationships with in the industry have Mess has done some things to offend some individuals. I don't condone or advocate for any of the wrongdoing that's been done, but what I do speak to the fact is that if there's a way out of any situation, you know what I'm saying? Cats can clear the air, let bygones be bygones or whatever the case may be, because I just know, just being a street individual coming from the streets, like, people have done worse shit. Mess ain't done nothing to nobody, like, physically. You know what I mean? It's all been words. There are some people that some things have happened back in the days, and I can't tell anybody how to feel in regards to that. But I know that there's things in life where there's people who have done worse shit to cats. You know what I mean? Like, my whole thing is, like, cats put a lot of energy into, bashing Mess, but you got niggas that done murdered your homeboys and you ain't doing nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas that snitching, that's still on the block. You ain't doing nothing about it. Like, it's other shit that you could be focused on other than the fact of, you know what I'm saying, that this nigga is down on his luck right now. You know what I mean? And I pray for him, and I hope his fans pray for him. Put it in the universe, speaking into existence. That Mess bounce back, get his mind back. Mess has been Mess has done some shit to where I didn't wanted to do some things to him before. But I weigh out the balance, right? I balance it out. Is it, has he done more bad or has he done more good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as far as his drug addiction, I was dealing with him the whole time with that shit. But I never talked about him or never brought it out. You know what I mean? Like, real niggas don't do that type of shit, especially if you say somebody your friend or you call somebody your brother. I'm not finna sit up and talk about blood situation like that. So, cats seeing how it got the best of them, I was dealing with that shit even when we was recording the Bullies Who Fullies project. He was having some certain type of issues. I mean, even DJ Durrell speak on it on an interview that he had. He talked about how he had to call me to come get Mess and different things like that. Yeah. And I ain't trying to go that far into it, but what I'm saying is that Mess is a pillar from the Bay. A lot of the niggas that's bashing him, they had a relationship with him at one point in time. I've heard he said some really hurtful things, but time heals, right? People could go on with their life, and I don't think he done nothing for nobody to want to bust his head or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He get his mind right. He come home. He don't even got to put out another album. he gonna sell out more shows. He gonna sell out shows more than a lot of the cats that's got bad shit to say about him. You know what I'm saying? Like Mess really got fans. Like
A lot of fans. People,
hardcore, like I'm moving around. Like I'm in the Midwest. So I'm moving around. You see what I'm saying? Niggas know what it is. Like, but if cats, for whatever reason, want to, hold on to, hating that dude for whatever reason, they got the right to do so, but I'll speak to it to the fact like a nigga that in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having a relationship with a nigga over a bowl of soup or some spread. Either it's genuine or it's not. I love you today, I hate you tomorrow, right? It's like, come on, man. Like, if you really, really, really had that relationship with Mess, you got to understand, like, that's even when like me and E40, right before I had went to trial and got cooked, they sat my ass down. I was at the concert with E40, and we was in the room talking about it because Mess had said some shit that he shouldn't have said about 40. I don't know. Maybe, what I'm saying, for whatever reason, he said whatever he said. But at the end of the day, he sat me down and was just like, man, what's wrong with him? And I was just like, man, sometimes he be, them drugs make Mess think a certain way and say shit, say some shit that he ain't got no business saying. And I'm not justifying it and saying that it's okay, but I'm saying at the end of the day, is he really saying something to you to where you really, really, really want to cause this nigga some type of physical or bodily harm, at this point now? Because we know now that Blood is locked up. He facing a lot of time. He ain't even in a regular institution. He in some old other type of shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm only able to figure that out and find that out because of how I was fighting case law and learning, how I was fighting my case and learning about case law and knowing how to research and look up shit. And I hope he get his mind right. But he's done a lot of good things with me. We made great music together. I definitely got to that bag with him. And I'm always gonna remember him for that. Even the bad shit that he did to me.